Hi Virgos, Happy New Year. This is Star with Eyes of the Stars Tarot. Thank you so much for visiting my channel. If you guys are new, welcome. And if you're an older subscriber, thank you so much for returning. So I'm here to do your love reading for mid-January through the end of the month. And then instead of doing your general reading, I'm going to do your yearly Tarotscope to see what's going on for the rest of the year, okay? So my apologies for not getting your readings for the beginning of the month, but holidays were just nuts. So let's take a look what's going on in your love lives. Whoa, we have two. I've got separation here, chemistry, and healing family issues. Okay, let's take a look, see what that's about. All right, separation. Love, the lovers. Okay, so you may be separated from your partner. For some of you, I feel like you may have had a falling out, or there is like a decision, you're trying to make a decision on whether or not you want to separate from your partner. There's a head over heart decision being made here with regards to a separation. Yeah, you're thinking about ending a long-term commitment, some of you, and it's a tough decision to make. Because there is a lot of chemistry and magnetic attraction in this relationship. For some of you, I feel like you are separating, like you want a timeout because you're trying to decide if you want to move any further into this relationship. So this is more about getting into a commitment than getting out of one for some of you. And for others of you, it is very much thinking about separating or divorcing. But there's still chemistry in the relationship. You still have feelings for this person. Okay. We have the Eight of Pentacles, reverse, and the World card. So it's like you don't want to focus on the physical part of it. But there is something, there's a new stage in this relationship. Like it either needs to end or it needs to change. Like you need to either further commit or just completely walk away. We have healing family issues. We have the Sun reverse and Justice reverse. Okay. A lot of you Virgos out there could be contemplating divorce. And I feel this is because, or a lot of this is because you're not getting the attention you used to get from your partner. I feel like your partner's focus is totally on something else. It could be on their career, their finances, or just outside of your relationship. And so that's why this happened. You know, there needs to be like an ending to something. Even though, you know, you have this chemistry, but there are still issues that you're working through that you're not happy about. And for some of you, this could be dealt with through divorce. Okay, for others of you, it could just be that you're not happy because your household is out of balance. And we see that also with the Four of Wands reversed. There's a lack of balance, a lack of stability within the household. This could be affecting children. I do see children in both of these cards, and the healing family issues and the Sun card are both relating to children. I feel like for some of you, you may be wanting to stick it out because of the children and not make that decision to have to get a divorce. Okay, so pretty heavy energy here. Let's move on to your Celtic cross and see what else comes up there. Alright, we got two. We have the Empress. So nurturing something, but we have the Judgment reverse. So again, it's like growing and nurturing a relationship, but it's still like the verdict is still not out. You're not sure if this is really what you want to put all your love into anymore. Your judgment is a little bit clouded though, so you need to gain some clarity here on this matter. See what's in your foundation to see what caused this situation. All right, karmic changes, the Wheel of Fortune. So this is destined. You have 3 major arcana so far, and this is all front and center. So yes, definitely, you know, whatever it is that you're going through right now has to do with things that are destined to be in your life. Now, with that said, we also have free will as to how we react to these things. But whatever is happening right now is meant to happen. So there are changes, major life changes that are happening in your life. And you're having some trouble, I think, knowing how to proceed with the changes that are happening. Okay, but this is karmic. So it's like the ending of some sort of cycle. Things are changing. Let's see what's in the past. Four of Pentacles reverse. So someone let go of something that they were holding on to a little bit too tightly. What's crowning you is Justice reverse. So you are feeling out of balance. You're feeling like things that are happening are just not fair. Again, another major arcana. So all in the center of your reading is all major arcana cards. So that does say a lot. You guys are struggling with some kind of decision. You're not seeing things clearly, okay? Near future, we have the King of Swords reverse, so nothing's really going to change in the near future. You're still not getting the clarity that you need to proceed, to be able to, you know, feel comfortable with how things are going or whatever. You need some kind of truth to be revealed, or something of that nature, or maybe that you're going to cut something out of your life is possible as well. Let me see how you see yourself right now. How are Virgos seeing themselves from now through the end of January 2018? Okay, so you are in your element. You do feel stable. But within your relationship, you're out of balance. So everything else around you is going great, you know, finance-wise and all that. You feel pretty stable and grounded, but this relationship has really thrown you for a loop. You don't know what to do with this. You don't know if you want to keep investing any more into it, because just too many things have changed and you just don't know how to take it, I feel like. How your partner sees you is the 9 of Wands. So they do see you being closed off, defensive, maybe a little bit paranoid, but kind of willing to stick it through though. And I feel like you are. It's just that I feel like there's a lot of change going on, and this you don't take that very well. Okay, so hopes or fears. We got 2 cards. I'm going to take both of them because they seem to be related. Okay, we have the 10 of Cups reverse and the 4 of Wands reverse. So for those of you who are thinking about divorces, this is actually what you, well, it could be what you're fearing or what you're hoping for, is divorce, separation, endings of a stable and long-term relationship. For some of you, that could be a fear. For others of you, that could be a hope. Because again, we do have justice here is what's crowning you. It's reversed though. So yeah, I do feel like a lot of you are thinking about divorcing someone. Okay, and in the overall outcome, we have the Page of Cups reversed. So disappointments. All right, at the bottom of the deck, we have the Page of Swords reverse. So there's some immaturity here with communication, and that's sort of not allowing for things to properly end or to put past betrayals behind you. I feel like you're continuing to think about these things with the 4 of Swords upright. You're in that you may be separated from your partner, and you're just you know, going through in your mind everything that's happened, all that's been said, the nastiness. You're just not letting it go with the Death card reverse. Again, obsessive thoughts about all the stuff that's been happening that you just cannot leave behind. You're stuck. Okay? You're stuck in this relationship here with no joy. But I do feel that eventually you find your way, and your way, you're going to find it once you start using your intuition. Okay, that's where success is going to be. So believe in yourself, guys. You know, we are so much more powerful and knowing, you know, we really know more than we give ourselves credit for. So let's take a look. What is this Empress about? Okay, we have the Page of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. I feel like this is a new beginning, a new stable beginning. So it's like you want to be successful. You want to put love and nurturing into something that is promising, that you feel that will be successful. And this applies to couples or singles. So you're faced now with a relationship that you do want to put love and energy into, but only if it's going to be successful. And guys, who has guarantees in life? No one. All right, and that's what's holding you back, because you're not seeing the reality of things. You're misjudging situations here. So let me take a look at this Judgment reverse. Four of Swords. So yeah, you have taken a time out to think about this, because I feel like you do know that you're not quite seeing the big picture. And so you're really, excuse me, really meditating on it. Putting a lot of thought into it before you put any action. There is no action being taken, and that's probably the smart thing to do. So the reason for all of this, in the foundation, we have the Wheel of Fortune. So there was some type of change or something relating to timing. Okay, something changed, something offered their, somebody offered their love, and this was like a change in direction or something like that. Let's see. You guys might be dealing with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. Or a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Okay, we have the Three of Swords reverse. I feel for some of you, you could have gotten this love offer like at a moment where you were still healing from something from the past. I feel like the past is still haunting you. There's a love here that is still, it caused you a lot of pain. And so you have trouble now believing that another situation is going to be successful. That's for you singles who are embarking on a new relationship. For you guys in coupled relationships where you're contemplating divorce, I feel it's like your partner is trying to make things better. They're trying to have this new beginning with you and you know, offer you love so that you will commit to this and will commit to this new beginning that you have in front of you. But you can't quite get over what they've done. Again, there's been issues in the past, like maybe betrayals in the past that you may have forgiven but you haven't forgotten, and this has hindered definitely the progression of your relationship. So in the past we have the Four of Pentacles reversed, somebody letting go of something. Okay, we have the Lovers here. What I'm getting from that, yeah, we have the Hierophant reverse. I feel like for you couples, okay, let me start off with the singles. For you singles, I feel like the heartbreak that you felt in the past was because somebody let you go because they didn't want to commit to you. So that's that. And that's why you have trouble believing that any other relationship will work out, because you're still kind of shell-shocked from what happened before. For you couples, I feel that something happened, okay, that was heartbreaking in the past, and somebody hasn't been able to let go of it. But what they did let go of was the true commitment that they had within this existing relationship. Okay, so the relationship is still there, but I feel like it's more like somebody just going through the motions rather than really feeling committed to this person and invested in them still. I feel like there's a lot of reservations here that have been carried over from the past. And really, you have to make a decision. Either you let it go and forget it, you know, and just really start from scratch, or you just end the relationship, because what you don't want to do is drag it out, you know, continuing on going through the motions when you really don't believe in this person anymore and you're just doing each other harm. So there's that. What's crowning you is the Justice reverse, so something you see as not being fair or balanced. Okay, you found out about some deception, or perhaps you deceived someone else, or you're thinking about doing that. Something about a deception. Ooh, okay. Nine of Cups reverse, so things did not go your way. Or this is what you're thinking. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, so again, for you single Virgos, what is crowning you is, again, there's that lack of balance, because in the past you were deceived and you did not get your wish come true. Okay, so that is where that imbalance is, where you can't move forward because you're still focused on that. For you coupled people, you're thinking about divorce because you are not emotionally satisfied due to deception and lies. Okay, in the near future we have the King of Swords reverse. Somebody's not seeing things clearly or not telling the truth. We have a lack of clarity here with the Sun reverse, or a lack of joy. There's a lot of aggressiveness in this relationship. Very cold. Very, very cold. Okay, yeah, I definitely see that there are some... Let me just pull one more card. Okay, Page of Cups. I just feel there's a lack of clarity. Somebody's not using their intuition, and I feel like it's really you guys. You're not using your intuition, and that's why things are not clear to you. That's why the Sun here is reversed. That's why the King of Swords is reversed. You're not seeing the truth about this love offer, okay, or offer for new beginning. So that could be for you singles or for you couples. You're letting your judgment be clouded by the past. And you're not seeing this new love offer for what it is. So again, for some of you, this could be a brand new person, a new relationship. And for others of you, it could be just a new beginning in a relationship that was once troubled. But how you see yourself is the King of Pentacles. So you feel like you're completely grounded and stable. Okay, even though you haven't been able to walk away from the past, I really feel like you guys are kind of ignoring the fact that the past still lingers, and you're just fooling yourself into thinking, I'm okay, I'm okay, I'm okay. I've already thought about it. Everything's fine. I'm okay. And I don't know that you really are. Okay, because it just doesn't seem that way by the cards. And how your partner sees you is the Nine of Wands with the Strength card reversed. So yeah, they do see you as being very guarded, feeling vulnerable. So basically, guys, you're not fooling anyone. I'm sorry, but I feel like there's certain things that you have to work through to really get past. Whether you get past them with this person or not is not even relevant, because this is really about you and your journey. Everybody else is they're just bonuses. Okay, we have here the Ace of Swords reversed. So yeah, they know that you're not seeing things clearly because you're not allowing for clarity to come in. Hopes or fears is the Ten of Cups reverse and the Four of Wands reverse. So that is no stability, no happiness, having to cut somebody off. So yeah, I do feel that this is like, well, for some of you it's going to be a hope, and for others of you it's going to be a fear. So some of you do want that divorce, you want to be free, and you're hoping you get the courage to do it. For others of you, that is exactly what you are fearing, is having to cut your partner out of your life. Yeah, a sudden breakup. You're fearing that this is going to happen. Okay, in your overall outcome, we have the Page of Cups, but he is in the reverse. So that is either a love offer that is rejected, or some sort of disappointment. We have a decision here to be made, but someone's not making it, so someone is disappointed about that. And you are out feeling left out in the cold. You or somebody else is feeling disappointed and kind of guarding their heart now. Yeah, left to heal from this disappointment and sadness. Okay. Obviously, this situation is not going to resolve itself in the month of January. I feel like this is something that will be ongoing for a while. Yeah, it's really about you guys. That's all I have to say. It's really about you, and accepting things for what they are, and having the courage to kind of face things head on and deal with them, as opposed to sweeping them under the rug and hoping that somebody's gonna come and vacuum that out for you. That's not gonna happen. So it's all up to you. You know how you want to deal with this, and how quickly you want to face those past demons and finally put them past you, and not have them creep back up again. All right, so let's move on to, just put this here. Okay. Let's move on to your yearly Tarotscopes and see what your focus will be for each month, or should be for each month. One more. one card per month. And again, this is where your focus should be for each of these months, okay? So refer to them throughout the year if you need to. What do you know? In January, you need to be healing from the past. Yes, you certainly do. We saw that in your love reading, so yes. Okay, in February, keep an eye on your motivation. Stay motivated to keep on going. In March, keep an eye out for heavenly signs, synchronicities, anything like that, that will give you clues as to where your attention needs to lie. In April, there is a focus on relationship dynamics. In May, you may have some grief work, getting through some tough times. In June, it will be time to take the next step now. In July, we're dealing with emotions. In August, you may need to keep the faith. September, there will be a healthcare change. In October, there's a need for self-care. November, decisions will be made. Oh, that was quick. And December, there's a focus on sobriety. And I always say this, sobriety does not always mean substance dependency or alcohol dependency. Sometimes it just means seeing reality, being able to see reality. All right, let's take a look. Okay, healing from the past in January. What is this about? Okay. The Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like healing from the past has a lot to do with seeing your own self-worth. This lady is very self-confident. She's self-made. She's very independent. She's very happy being here on her own. Now, she has a partner, all the better, but she does not need a partner. So it doesn't mean for you guys to give up on, having a partner. It just means that you need to be happy within yourself first before you can offer anything to anyone else. And so a lot of healing from the past has to do with a focus on your self-value. If you see, and I always say this again, all this yellow in this card refers to your solar plexus, and that's all about your self-confidence. And that's what you need to work on. Whatever happened to you in the past that made you feel worthless or valueless, that needs to be taken care of, because it's not allowing you to move forward in any other area of your life. I just realized I didn't pick an overall. Sorry guys, I just dropped my cards here. Okay. Let me just pick one more card for the overall for the year. Okay. Body changes overall for the year. Okay. Body changes in these butterfly oracle cards to me is like a metamorphosis, and it's not so much about, it can be about physical body changes, but to me it's more like a changing of how people see you and how you even see yourself. So I feel like there is a metamorphosis occurring within you this year. All right, so we got January out of the way. So that's working on healing the past and healing your self-esteem. In February, we have motivation. So what is it that you need to be motivated about? Okay, we had the Knight of Wands reverse. So I feel like there is something that you're very passionate about, but that it's been put on the back burner. And in February, I think that this needs to be revisited. Whatever passion you have, and it could be within a relationship, within your career, you know, whatever it is for you. Something that you really wanted to pursue and you were very passionate about that kind of got halted, I think needs to be re-looked at, and you need to be motivated about this again to get it moving again. In March, we have heavenly signs. Oops. We have the Four of Cups. So in March, you need to be pay a lot of attention to whatever it is that does not satisfy you, okay? The universe will give you signs of where you will be dissatisfied in life, and that's where you need to pay attention, because that's where the changes need to happen. And the only person who can make that happen is you. So it's all about you identifying what you're not satisfied with and deciding to make a change on that. So look for those signs on what is no longer serving you, so that you can clear out that energy and make room for something new. In April, you're looking at some relationship dynamics. And we have the Justice card. So for some of you Virgos who were thinking about divorce, I think April is going to be around the time that you're really going to be dealing with this. For others of you, this is just about balancing out your relationships, being, I guess, fair. This is also a lot about reciprocation to me. So being in these healthy relationships, or identifying relationships that are healthy enough to where you're giving and receiving at the same pace and rate. Okay? You don't want to be in a relationship where you're just doing and doing and doing and giving, and you know, on the receiving end there's not a whole lot to be talked about. I think it's a lot about finding balance and being able to deal with people on a more healthier level. Okay? So if your relationships last year in 2017 were very tumultuous and all that, I feel like this year things are going to be changing for you. It's going to be a lot of a smoother ride. In May, there could be some grief work. Okay, so experiencing some loss perhaps. Okay. The Nine of Cups. There's something that you're going to be wishing for in the month of May that you may not get. Okay, and it's maybe something hard to deal with, is something that you really, really want. Again, it's going to be different for each and every one of you. So for some of you, it could be related to career. For others, it could be relationship-wise. But yeah, it's going to be a little bit difficult to get over the fact that you're not, that, you know, whatever that is not going to work out for you there in the month of May. So just be aware of that. In June, we have Take the Next Step Now, and we have the Strength card reverse. So I feel like what this is saying is, like, wherever you identify weaknesses within yourself, it's time to change that. Okay, if you already, it's one thing not to know that you have a certain weakness, but let's say, you know, my weakness is that sometimes, well, me personally, I sometimes am very harsh to others as well as to myself. So that is definitely a weakness that I have already identified. So it's really, if things are not going right in my life because of that weakness that has already been identified, but I haven't been addressing, then I only have myself to blame, right? So January, February, March, April, May, June. In the month of June, it's time to take that next step now. Whatever weaknesses you have identified in your life, it's time to turn those around. Be proactive and take that on yourself, okay? In July, we're dealing with emotions. Yes, there's healing that needs to be done here with the Star reverse. Something very emotional that you need there. You're going to be healing in the month of July. Again, it will be different for each and every one of you, but definitely an emotional month, July. In the month of August, you need to keep the faith. Okay, so whatever it is that you're healing from in July is going to carry into August, because we have keep the faith and we have the Five of Cups. So you're still feeling a sense of loss and grief. You actually had grief work all the way from January, February, March, April, from May. So yeah, May, June, July, August. So like around later spring towards the summer months may be tough for you emotionally. There may be some losses or just things that are emotional things that are going to be difficult to deal with. Okay, now in September we have healthcare changes and we have the High Priestess. I feel like you guys may need to see a specialist for something. There may be something related to your health that needs to be addressed hasn't been revealed yet, or it's just been lingering but hasn't been paid attention to, or you haven't expressed that there's some type of issue. But in September you're going to need to deal with this. Yeah. Okay, so whatever this is, for ladies, I feel like this has to do with like the female reproductive system or something like that you're going to need to really focus on and put attention toward that. Okay, listen to your body, listen to your intuition, and don't ignore any kind of warning signs, is what I see here in the month of September. Even if it's relating to like psychologically, I feel like if you see that you, especially with all this grief that I see here, you're dealing a lot with emotions and all of that, like a lot of losses, something major you're healing from in the summer months. I think by September, if you see that you're still having trouble, because look, it's here 1, 2, 3, 4 months. Okay, if by the 5th month you're still having trouble dealing with these emotional issues, I feel like that's when it's time to really seek for someone to help you and support you in this. Don't just ignore it. Okay, it is important. That's why it's coming up here. Okay, in October we have self-care. So again, paying attention to yourself, caring for yourself, loving yourself. There may be some instability in your life, or it could be like a job loss, or just a sense of instability, maybe issues with your family. And this is telling you that you really need to focus on yourself at those moments. Like, don't worry about what's going on, the chaos that's going on around you. You really need to pay attention to how you're reacting to these things and take care of yourself. In November, we have decisions being made. Okay, about something from the past. Something from the past will revisit, and you will need to make a decision about it. It could be something emotional, like something about people from your past, family, friends, ex-partners, children. There will be decisions that need to be made. Okay, sobriety. Okay, we have the Two of Wands reverse. So these decisions are going to carry over into December because you are going to have some trouble making the decision. So the card that goes along with that is sobriety. Okay, For some of you, it will be really like literally sobriety, making the decision to go into a rehab. And it's been kind of a theme for a lot of you Virgos, and I don't expect for the comments to reflect that because that's something that's very personal. But I do feel like that has been an issue for some some Virgos out there. Not all of them, obviously. Okay, let's just get that out of the way. This is a general reading, people, so it will not apply to all of you. But for some of you, it will, okay, because it has been an issue that has come up in your readings before. And it's just a matter of making that decision to take care of that problem that has been ignored so far. And I see that also with healthcare changes. Like there's something that somebody's not talking about. You're not telling people that there's a problem here with your healthcare, okay, and it might be related to this. So just keep that in mind. For others of you, sobriety, again, is going to have to do with seeing things on a realistic level, not in fantasy land, not, So again, there's decisions that are going to carry from November into December that have to do with something from your past that you're going to have trouble, deciding about. But what this is saying is like, keep your wits about you. I've said this to another sign, I don't remember which one. But this is like really keeping your head really fixed on your shoulders and don't let other people kind of influence which way you go. Because I feel like whatever this is, it's a major decision, at least for you, because you're having a lot of trouble making it. Okay, and it has to do with again, something from your past, somebody from your past, or it could have to do with children as well. All right, so just keep that in mind. And then we have body changes. Okay. And we have the Three of Wands reversed. All righty. Again, when I got this card, the first thing I thought of was a metamorphosis. And I feel like the Virgo that people are seeing right now in you is not the true Virgo that you really are. I feel like you have been held back because of, things that have happened to you, injustices that have happened to you, just a series of events that you haven't been able to move past. And I feel like this year that focus is definitely on this year, okay? I feel like there's no escaping it. Whether it be emotionally, physically, health-wise, whatever it is, relationship-wise, I feel like things are coming to a head and they're going to have to be dealt with whether you like it or not, okay? And there will be a metamorphosis as far as whatever you've been, because I see a lot of pain here, There's pain, there's a lack of healing, there's all that going on. There's this dissatisfaction. You're going to get over this year. This year, we're going to see the true Virgo come out. We're going to see who you really are. That person that's been hiding for a while because you've been mourning all these changes, all these injustices. I feel like you're finally going to be able to get over these things and really change who people think you are, because it's not who you are, okay? You're going to show them who you really are this year, and it's going to be good. But I feel like, you are going to have some instability and some things that you really need to deal with, and all of this healing depends on you. Again, I say it in every reading. This all depends on you. Whether or not you cop to the changes or the choices that you need to make, it's all up to you. But there's a lot of healing here, a lot of potential for healing if you allow it. Okay, so let it be, Virgo. Okay, it's going to be for your own good. Thank you so much for listening. I hope you enjoyed the readings. If you are interested in a private reading, you can contact me at eyesofthestarstarot@gmail.com. Okay, I'll see you guys soon. Take care.